Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, members, both DFL and GOP, for the impassioned, emotional, and respectful debate today. It is clear, after listening to everyone here, that we have differences of opinion about what this amendment will do. I take very seriously, and I trust implicitly the sincerity of all of us speaking on behalf of equality. We all say the right words, and I do believe in our hearts we believe in equal treatment between men and women. But our history shows that those feelings and those thoughts and those words do not mean very much without the law behind them. The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says that all people, it doesn't say men, it says all people are entitled, or all persons are entitled to equal treatment of the laws. For 100 years, those words meant nothing in our country. In 1964, after a long struggle, the Civil Rights Act was passed. In an effort to defeat the Civil Rights Act, an amendment was adopted to insert the word sex into the amendment. Because what could be more ridiculous than the notion of equal treatment between men and women? That was at a time, a high point, a high tide of equality in our country, as far as our legislative initiatives went. Equal treatment on the basis of sex or gender, or whatever word we choose to use, we all know that it means roughly the same thing. They are just about synonyms. The word is not a Trojan horse for unequal treatment or for an agenda related to transgender rights. It is not a Trojan horse about anything. It is an attempt to treat people equally. And without a law to do so, those words, those sentiments, don't protect people. People need to have recourse. So currently, under federal law, which is done by statute, not in the Constitution, equal treatment by sex is the law of the land. Equal treatment in Minnesota is the law of the land by statute. It is not in our Constitution. And we have had powerful and important points made today about equal treatment of women, about wage inequality, sexual violence, workplace discrimination. We haven't mentioned sexual harassment. We haven't mentioned paid family and medical leave or earned sick and safe time. Those are all vital issues that will improve the livelihoods, the security, and the standing of women in our society. We will be taking those bills up this session. We will take up missing and murdered Indigenous women. We have taken up already marital rape. We have taken up already child marriage. All people in Minnesota, regardless of their gender or regardless of their sex, deserve equal treatment. All deserve the opportunity to succeed regardless of their gender or their sex. Without putting this in our Constitution, members, we do not have equal treatment as the supreme law of this land. We have seen that what is given and the progress that we have made can come back. In many ways, in the course of our human experience, the notion of equality is radical. It is a radical notion in our history to treat men and women equally. It is not a guarantee. It cannot be assumed. 30 years or 40 years of progress is not any guarantee that it will continue, and that is why it is essential that it be part of Minnesota's Constitution. We have concerns about abortion, and we have concerns about what the word gender might mean. But those concerns are small in comparison to the importance of the blinding, blazing, bright word of equality that we need to put in Minnesota's Constitution. So members, it is fine to talk a good game, and it is fine to believe in our hearts that this is important, and many, many people here have struggled far more than I have. But for the sake of all of us, we want to be a state that puts equality in bright green letters in our Constitution, and so members, I would please ask you to vote green today.